to stand in this House and speak to the motion, the emergency debate on pipelines. Madam Speaker, we've heard quite a bit today from both sides, the official opposition and the government, about how amazing they are and what the other person did or didn't do. I know one thing for sure, Madam Speaker, there's one way we can solve this right away. If we really believe that pipeline is an emergency, we actually have a committee that deals with stuff like this on a regular basis in resource stewardship. So if we're serious about wanting to come up with solutions that's going to help working class families, the families that I represent in Calgary Southeast that come into my office and want to know what's happening on the pipeline issue and what is the government doing, what is the official opposition doing, what are you doing, the member from Calgary Southeast, what are you doing on behalf of my family, because I've been out of work for a number of years now and I don't know what's going to happen next. I'm on my second mortgage. If we really believe that those families are in crisis and emergency, we'll refer this to committee, and that committee will meet once a week, every week, until this issue is solved. And in that committee, Madam Speaker, what we can do is we can table those flights to Ottawa. We can table the notes and the minutes of what everybody has been saying and everybody's been doing, but we can also bring industry leaders to come help us solve this issue from an Alberta perspective. Alberta for years and years have been mavericks in dealing with issues like this. So instead of calling an emergency debate, I guess this is the second one in as many months, maybe 5 months since the last spring session, Madam Speaker, we can solve this. Let's put it into committee. Let's put the good minds in the opposition, the third party and the independents and in the government, let's put us around a table with the ministers and let's talk about what we have done and where we're going to go next. Because it really doesn't matter what happened 10 years ago. It really doesn't matter what happened a week ago. Albertans want to know what we're going to do today and tomorrow and for the next coming weeks until this issue is solved, to put Albertans back to work. So an emergency debate gives us the next few hours to talk about this and blame one another and the other person that was in power and the PCs for the last 44 years. But that really doesn't help the family tomorrow to get a job, to grow our economy. Now, I've agreed with this government on many initiatives, the petrochemical diversification program. I asked a question today about the Northwest Refinery and the opportunities that we have there. These are the very things that we can discuss in a committee if we're serious about it. The Premier and the House leaders and the cabinet members right now can say this committee is going to take this on as a serious challenge, and we're going to meet once a week. We're going to bring industry leaders in. We're going to bring mayors. We're going to bring leaders from other provinces to talk about this issue. We can do that, Madam Speaker. This province has done it before. And in fact, we love to talk about the legacy of Mr. Lougheed. He was an amazing, incredible man. But let's take that vision, let's take that tenacity that he had for this province, and let's get to work and stop the blaming. Because, Madam Speaker, that's what my constituents expect. That's what those small, mid-sized oil producers expect. People wanting to expand the oil sands, that's what they expect, because they want to see results on a pipeline. And yes, we can blame the federal government, but how about let's not blame them anymore? Let's just take over the leadership, let's put it into a committee, and let's get the work done. Thank you, Madam Speaker.